COVID is really taking a toll. Like it's been dragging us for quite some time, nearly like 7 months now, and it's really like putting everybody in a mind frame of being really down and with fear and depressed, and that's really taking a toll in our energy. So that's why we thought that it could be a good idea to start talking about how it's affecting us and what can we do to get it a little bit of a bust up, because fear is the lowest of the vibration and energy that we can get, and love is the highest. So Emma, how do you think we can do this to get a little bit of a change of mentality?
Well, first of all, emotional intelligence is basically like making your emotions work for you instead of against you. So that's kind of like basically that's what we're after here. We're never after like trying to eradicate our emotions or like trying to make them disappear or control them or anything. We're just trying to make them work for us instead of against us. And that means listening to the information that they're giving us, and then using that information to make better choices or better decisions or changes in our lives. And what you just talked about, Mary, is when we hold a lot of negative or heavy emotions in our bodies, we have a difficult time feeling energetic, feeling our best, and being creative and reaching those higher levels of energy. So we must first kind of deal with the heavy ones down below and kind of transform them or kind of pass through them to get to a higher state of mind. And that's kind of what we're looking for during this COVID time, when there's like a lot of heavy emotions and lots of heavy energies in the field and in society and in our friends group and within our family.
Yes, I think it's very important that people understand that emotions are actually basic for us and they have a function. They are important for us to know them and to notice them and to understand them. Putting them down, it's not going to help us. It's going to do quite the opposite. It's going to make us go into automatic mode, like being played to our subconscious instead of our consciousness. And that's what makes us go really down now, especially that all the messages that we're getting from media is like fear, fear, fear. It's not our real fear to the virus that is putting us down. It's the fear of losing something, is the fear of messing it up. What is actually what you're scared of? I think that's the key question. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like at this moment, as we are in good health, like the majority of us, the COVID is not the thing that is like making us miserable or making us unhappy. It is the fear of COVID, and it is the fear that has kind of hijacked our being and our way of operating right now. And we often have a hard time then to get out of it and to like kind of return back to the more positive and the more lighthearted way of being, and to find the joy and love and the purpose again, amidst all of this fear that is kind of circling around now.
All your emotions and all your feelings of being down, once you know what's actually making you down, is what you can actually work towards get better.
The thing is, why COVID is so important right now is that it brings up a lot of emotions. And in this situation, we have a golden opportunity for understanding better how we cope with them. What are the emotions that we normally feel? How are we responding to them? What are we doing with them? How are we acting? How are we responding to these emotions? So this is a lot of information, a lot of observation we can do with the COVID and to better understand ourselves. So COVID is just kind of helping us access all of this information that we can already observe within us. But yeah, that's kind of why COVID is a golden opportunity to dive more into emotional intelligence and to understand like how it applies and what we can do with it, and why it's important to understand more about emotional intelligence and see how we can maybe find some benefit in the middle of the COVID, and how we can learn from it.
it's the first video. We're going to make some more, and we're going to deep a little bit more into what emotional intelligence is and how can it help us on the day-to-day current situation. Step by step, baby steps always, that can actually help us feel better and be better. Right?
Exactly. To live a more peaceful, more joyous life, more aligned with our purpose, more aligned with what is deeply and really important to us, and how we can better satisfy our needs and live a fulfilled life through doing that.